My name's Lindsey. I am the host of From the Mezzanine, but today we are sitting down to do some real business, you guys, filling out our Tony Awards ballot for 2025. I'm so excited for the Tony Awards that are coming up. I truly feel like we have been blessed beyond belief in terms of all of the shows and the caliber of performances that we saw on Broadway stages this year. And so this Tony Awards ballot, I'm ready to tackle it. I feel confident. So let's get into it. If you haven't already subscribed to From the Mezzanine, you honestly should, because we do a lot of fun Broadway things over on this channel. And I have a weekly podcast called From the Mezzanine, a Broadway podcast, where we break down the news and the gossip and the tea that happens week to week in the Broadway stratosphere. And every so often, I love to do videos like this one, where we do something a little fun, flirty, and fresh, like rating the hottest shows on Broadway. Did anybody see that video? So yeah, please subscribe to From the Mezzanine. Let's get into it. I have my Tony Awards ballot here. And the first category is a little too intimidating. Best musical. I'm not ready to tackle that yet. Let's start at the bottom, and we're going to go best sound design of a play. This is a toss-up. We have Stranger Things, John Proctor is the villain, Good Night and Good Luck, and Hills of California. Oh, and Picture of Dorian Gray. I feel like this is likely going to go to the Picture of Dorian Gray. I have not seen that. I feel like it could also go to Stranger Things. But out of this category, I don't really care, to be honest. Oh, hot take. I don't really care about the sound design of any of these plays. I'm going to give this to Stranger Things just because I've heard so much about that. Next category, we have sound design of a musical. In this category, we have Buena Vista, Sunset Boulevard, Just in Time, Maybe Happy Ending, and Floyd Collins. For sound design, okay, we're talking orchestrations, we're talking effects, we're talking cymbals crashing. We're talking about, I don't know, just like the underlying music and tones and effects. Okay. I feel like Buena Vista is a really good contender for this because they have the band on stage. Floyd Collins, I can't see that winning, although there was a lot of like live music and interesting sounds in the cave. Maybe Happy Ending, of course. I love so much. Sound design, score. Where's the discrepancy between the two? Ooh. Just in Time, of course. That one also has a ton of music on stage. Sunset Boulevard. Classic orchestrations. Very, very beautiful. The car sequence, I'm sure there's some sound design involved there. Why do I feel like this is going to go to Buena Vista? I just feel like that's most probable. Okay. I feel like that's most probable because there's a lot of moving parts and the band on stage, and it's so acclaimed for its music. So that's what I'm going with. Best lighting design of the play, low-key, I'm skipping this one. Don't be mad at me. Lighting design of a musical, I knew Dead Outlaw was going to win this one, and they didn't even get nominated, which is crazy to me. So in this category, we have Sunset Boulevard, Buena Vista, Floyd Collins, Maybe Happy Ending, and Death Becomes Her. Lighting design. Death Becomes Her had beautiful lighting design with the castle and the mysterious mansion. Maybe Happy Ending, lighting is the entire thing. It's such a huge character in the show is the lighting design. Floyd Collins was interesting with the cave, but I wouldn't say that it was high level. Buena Vista, very good. And Sunset Boulevard, obviously a immense lighting design. A lot of people are saying this is going to go to Sunset, but I have to say, I think it has to go to Maybe Happy Ending. That lighting design is miraculous. It's so interesting. And I actually had the honor of going onto the set after seeing the show, and I realized just how much the lighting design played a role in this show, because Oliver's room is literally just white, but when you're watching the show, it's blue, it's pink, it's purple, it's beautiful. It comes to life with the lighting design. So I think this has to go to Maybe Happy Ending. Okay. Costume design of a play. I don't feel super strongly about any of these categories, so I'm going to pass this one by. Best costume design of a musical. We have Just in Time, Death Becomes Her, Maybe Happy Ending, Boop, and Buena Vista. For me, there's only one in this category that really is qualified to be in this category, and that's Death Becomes Her. Paul Tazewell, please take home costume design for a second year in a row. Best scenic design of a play. So I feel like Stranger Things is a really strong contender. I loved the scenic design of English, But I feel like I've just heard such wonderful things about Stranger Things and their scenic design. I've got to go with that. Scenic design of a musical. We have Swept Away, which was huge for its scenic design, very renowned. Maybe Happy Ending. Similarly to their lighting design, their scenic design is absolutely stunning. Buena Vista Social Club, they really created a Cuban nightclub in that theater. Death Becomes Her. I actually think the scenic design is really strong. Like I said, with the mansion and the house, and there's a lot of moving parts in Death Becomes Her that are all really high quality. Just in Time. I feel like they always just want to nominate things in the round. I've got to go with my gut, which is maybe Happy Ending. I think that will win, and I think that it's worthy. Direction of a play, gotta go with my girl Danya Taymor for John Proctor as the villain, although I do think that this could go to O'Mary, but I also feel like Cola Scola is the lifeblood of O'Mary, and I feel like they likely called the shots, even though I'm sure that they didn't. I'm sure they let their director take the lead, but I just feel like Cole Escala's vision is what came to life, and like I feel like the director just had to like align with it. I don't know. It's probably not true, but that's kind of just how I feel. Best direction of a musicale, we have Buena Vista, Maybe Happy Ending, Dead Outlaw, Death Becomes Her, and Sunset Boulevard. Oh, this is so interesting. Jamie Lloyd, of course, is so well revered for all of his directed musicals, but gosh, gotta be honest, don't like that show. Death Becomes Her, very, very good direction. Dead Outlaw, very good. These are all really, really good, but I have to go with what my heart says. Oh, these are all really, really good. I love Michael Arden. I've got to go maybe Happy Ending in this category. Y'all, I want a sweep so bad. Best choreo, we have Smash, Gypsy, Death Becomes Her, Boop, and Buena Vista Social Club. Now, what we have to go off of is that Robin Herder and Chris Solak, they were the winners at the Cheetah Rivera Awards for their role in choreography, but then Buena Vista Social Club won the choreography category. So that really makes me have a difficulty. I think Boop is super worthy. I don't love the choreo in Death Becomes Her, but Smash is amazing. Gypsy is amazing. Of course, I love Camille A. Brown, but Buena Vista Social Club is the choreography is the forefront of the show. So if I'm being realistic, I think it's going to go to Buena Vista Social Club. Best orchestrations. This is tough. We have Just in Time. I don't think it's going to go there. Maybe Happy Ending, please. Floyd Collins, I do not see that. Buena Vista Social Club, I kind of don't think so. And Sunset Boulevard, possibly. But in this category, I am rooting for Will Aronson in Maybe Happy Ending. Best original score, repeat category, Maybe Happy Ending again for me. Although we also have Dead Outlaw, which has an amazing score, totally amazing, and Death Becomes Her, extremely viral score. Operation Mincemeat, sorry, not into it, and Real Women Have Curves. That is such an amazing nomination that they received to be in this caliber of shows. I feel like they should be very, very proud, but I don't see Real Women winning. This has to go to Maybe Happy Ending. Although I could see the runner-up being Dead Outlaw, just because that is very, very, very original. And I've heard some people say that they don't think that the songs in Maybe Happy Ending are the best part of it, but I think that they are. The best book of a musical, we have Buena Vista Social Club, Dead Outlaw, Death Becomes Her, Maybe Happy Ending, and Operation Mincemeat. I am gonna pull a quick one on you guys. I think this is going to go to Death Becomes Her because that book is so funny and it's like really, really pushing the bounds. They say things that you're not expecting. I think we have been snubbed here by not getting Smash in this category because that book is so strong as well. But I have a good feeling about Death Becomes Her. It's so punchy and unexpected and strong. Let's go Death Becomes Her for best book. Best performance by an actress in a featured role in a play. We have Tala Ashe in English, Jessica Heck in Eureka Day, Marjan Neshat from English. She was so good. Fenestraza and John Proctor as the villain, and of course, Carrie Young in Purpose. Now, from this category, I do predict, oh, this is hard. I'm having a tough time between Carrie Young, Marjan, and Jessica Heck. I'm I heard such positive things about Eureka Day, but also English was very revered. And Purpose is, I've heard let's go Carrie Young. Yeah, let's go Carrie Young, because who am I rooting for? Always Carrie Young. Best performance by an actor in a featured role in a play. We have Glenn Davis from Purpose, Gabriel Everett in John Proctor's The Villain, Francis Yu in Yellowface, Bob Odenkirk in Glengarry Glen Ross, and Conrad Ricamora in Oh Mary. Now, I do think this is going to go to Bob Odenkirk. I've heard amazing things about his performance in Glengarry. Here we go. Things are getting a little higher stakes. For best performance by an actress in a featured role in a musical, we have Natalie Venetia Belkin from Buena Vista, Julia Niddle in Dead Outlaw, Gracie Lawrence in Just in Time, Justina Mercado in Real Women Have Curves, and Joy Woods in Gypsy. Of course, I feel like the snub here is Jordan Tyson because I wanted her to win this category, but I do think that this is going to go to either Joy or Julia Niddle, and I think it's going to go to Joy. Because Joy Woods is just having her moment, and I think the Tony Committee recognizes that. Best performance by an actor in a featured role in a musical. We have Brooks Ashmanskas from Smash, Jeb Brown, Dead Outlaw, Danny Bernstein in Gypsy, Jack Malone, Operation Mincemeat, and Taylor Trench in Floyd Collins. This is such a good category. I think this is going to Danny Bernstein in Gypsy. He was so authentic in that role. Best performance by an actress in a leading role in a play. Laura Donnelly, Hills of California, Mia Farrow, The Roommate, LaTanya Richardson Jackson in Purpose, Sadie Sink in John Proctor's The Villain, and Sarah Snook in Picture of Dorian Gray. Now, I just have to go with my gut here. I do believe that this is going to go to Sarah Snook because she has been the talk of the town. So my prediction for this category has got to be Sarah Snook. Best performance by an actor in a leading role in a play. George Clooney, Good Night and Good Luck, Cole Escola, Oh Mary, John Michael Hill, Purpose, Daniel Day Kim in Yellowface, Harry Lennox, Purpose, and Lewis McCartney in Stranger Things. Great things about Lewis, but of course, no one holds a candle to Cole Escola, Oh Mary. Please take it home for us. Please. Best performance by an actress in a leading role in a musical. Megan Hilty, Death Becomes Her, Audra McDonald, Gypsy, Jasmine Amy Rogers, Boop, love that for her, Nicole Scherzinger in Sunset Boulevard, and Jennifer Simard in Death Becomes Her. Now, here's my ranking in this category. Audra, Megan Hilty, Jennifer Simard, they're literally like neck and neck. Like I couldn't pick one over the other. I just can't. And then Jasmine, and then Nicole Scherzinger. I think this has to go to Audra McDonald. And if it doesn't, the Tony Committee needs to go back because they picked the wrong person. Best performance by an actor in a leading role in a musical. We have Darren Criss, Maybe Happy Ending, Andrew Durand, Dead Outlaw, Tom Francis, Sunset Boulevard, Jonathan Groff, Just in Time, James Monroe Iglehart, surprisingly, from A Wonderful World, and Jeremy Jordan in Floyd Collins. Of course, I am rooting for, there's no one else, Darren Criss. This must be his. Best revival of a play. Eureka Day, Romeo and Juliet, Our Town, or Yellowface. Now, I think this is going to go Eureka Day. That's my prediction. Best play, English, Hills of California, John Proctor's The Villain, Oh Mary, and Purpose. This is definitely between John Proctor's The Villain and Oh Mary. And out of those two, both had such a huge splash on Broadway. It's very hard. John Proctor is the Villain was the highest nominated play this season, but Oh Mary has been the highest revered. It's very hard, but I am rooting for Oh Mary in this category. Best revival of a musical, we have Floyd Collins, Gypsy, Pirates of the Penzance musical, and Sunset Boulevard. Without a doubt, I need this to go to Gypsy, period. I feel like that's unpopular, but I stand by it. Best musical, the final category, Buena Vista Social Club, Dead Outlaw, Death Becomes Her, Maybe Happy Ending, and Operation Mincemeat. Without a doubt, our best musical at the Tony Awards for 2025 is Maybe Happy Ending. There's no other show that even holds a candle. So many people are saying, this one's going to slide in. This one's going to slide in. I hold steadfast in knowing that maybe happy ending. Oh, I hope I'm not biting my tongue and going to regret this, but I feel like there's nothing else that could possibly win in this category other than the beautiful, the magnificent, the magical, maybe happy ending. Those are my Tony Award predictions, my tried and true, what I actually think is going to happen, not necessarily what I want, but what I think, paired with a little bit of my bias, of course. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was so much fun. I hope to see y'all next time. Make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram at From the Mezzanine Broadway, and I'll see you then. Bye.